What's up? My name is Evie, and today we'll be reacting to Share My Story. This video, though, it's a weird one. The title of it is called My Dad is a Real Life Cannibal. I'm gonna let that sink in for a moment. Yeah, let's see what this is about. Expect the worst.
Hey, I'm Steve, and I'm in big trouble. I recently found proof that my dad is a real-life cannibal. I'm not...
I know cannibals are sort of real, but, if they were, serious and, killing other people, one, you would go to jail because people turn up missing, and, you would think it'd be much more talked about.
Life cannibal. I'm not joking here. And I'm not sure if I should contact the police or FBI, but I know I have to do something, because my dad needs to be stopped.
Kill him?
I should have realized that he was weird when I was a kid. My dad always told me stories about a cannibal tribe in the Brazilian Amazonas. He told those stories with so much detail as if he had experienced it himself. He said they normally only ate deceased people, but sometimes when they thought someone was a sorcerer or a witch...
Where even is this tribe? And these sort of stories would be scary for a tiny little kid, don't you think?
He told me they mostly accuse little girls of being witches. He also said that those indigenous Brazilian tribes would go out and try to capture...
Okay, so Brazil is quite messed up in places, I know that. And so I'm just gonna search it up because I don't believe this. Not cannibals. The recent arrest of 3 people in Brazil suspected of making empanadas out of human flesh and selling them. Okay, but there are only 3 people. This is a whole tribe. I don't think it's that real.
Go out and try to capture men of other tribes and then do a big feast eating them. Listening to his stories as a kid was scary. But I
told you it was too scary for a kid.
And I kind of thought my dad's obsession with cannibalism was normal. He also has a bunch of human skulls all over our house. And when I asked him where he got those from, he said he bought them on eBay. But I highly doubt that that's true. Because 4 years ago, he changed careers. He went from being a school teacher to becoming a crematorium operator. His new job is all about turning dead corpses into ashes.
Well, someone has to do it. You can't really DIY cremation.
And it's his duty to treat those bodies with respect. But I suspect that he is taking those bodies apart and secretly eating them. The other weird thing he does is fly to Brazil once a year. My mom told me he has family over there, and I believed her as a kid. But why had I never seen my Brazilian family? And why...
I don't know, maybe it's too expensive to take a kid.
And why had I never been invited to visit them? Well, one day I found out the truth. I went through my dad's wardrobe, and at the bottom, I found a hidden box. When I opened it, I saw several sets of human teeth. It was so creepy. And there was one photo showing my dad wearing those teeth around his head, surrounded by some indigenous jungle people. Another photo showed my dad holding a spear in his hand next to some indigenous warriors.
It could have been a history thing. The teeth could have been made out of plastic. And the tribes could have been actors.
To hang out with some cannibalistic, warmongering tribe members. And maybe he went on hunting other humans with them so they could eat them afterward. I hope this was all a big joke, but when I confronted my dad and asked if he had ever eaten human flesh, his response was so creepy. A big grin appeared on his face, and then he asked me, "How do you know, son?" At first, I didn't know
I love the animation, almost props to the animator.
how to respond. But once I had gathered myself, I said, "You are a disgusting and evil psychopath." But he responded, No, it's not evil and it's not disgusting. I mean, what's the difference between eating pig, beef, or human?
I mean, humans can probably think, but like pigs and cows only think of like yummy, yummy grass, nom nom nom. Or they don't really think at all.
There is no difference. And if a human dies of a natural cause, then it's not evil to eat the corpse, because a dead person doesn't care.
Won't their family care?
That's why you became a crematory operator? So you can have free lunch at work? I asked him. Ugh, those are old and sick people. That would be disgusting. No, I'm just fascinated by dead bodies. It's really no big deal, he responded. Wow, my dad thinks that being a cannibal is no big.
I give up on this. I really give up on this. I don't even care.
I don't know what he is capable of. If he is willing to spend thousands of dollars each year to fly to Brazil just to eat other humans, then he might also be willing to eat my mom.
He won't eat you. He loves you. Why would he eat his own? Never mind.
And one time, he asked me if I wanted to come with him to Brazil. He said it would be a great adventure, and I could finally develop a taste for you know what. He said it's better than anything else he had ever tasted. But why does my dad think that I am even slightly interested in cannibalism? This whole thing is so disturbing. I am seriously considering calling the FBI, but I don't want my dad to go to prison because then my mom would be very lonely. To make things worse, my dad recently bought a huge barbecue grill. I am suspecting the worst, but so far, he has only used it when I wasn't at home. So,
It's literally just a barbecue. I swear this kid needs to go to a mental hospital. It's literally just a barbecue. Like straight up, this kid thinks having a barbecue isn't normal. Someone help this kid, please.
to be honest, if someone wants to eat my corpse after I'm dead, I wouldn't mind. And I recently read on the internet that more and more moms eat their own placentas after giving birth.
Wait, that can't be real. That really can't be real. Yeah. Yeah, people do. Weird, but
It's so disgusting, but it's one of the hottest trends out there. And even Kim Kardashian says she has eaten her own placenta after giving birth.
okay, that's faker than a rhino goose. Like, no. Oh. Ooh. Okay. She did. Ooh, okay. Never knew she did that.
I guess, as long as you don't hurt others, you can eat whatever you want. Unfortunately, I don't think my dad is following that rule. I assume that he goes to Brazil once a year to hunt for fresh human meat. And 2 weeks ago, he cooked us a nice soup with pork meat inside. Or so I thought. Because 2 days later, he asked me how I liked the soup, and when I told him that it tasted good, I saw this creepy little smirk on his face, which means that I might have already eaten another human without
That is actually meant to be true. Human meat is actually meant to taste like pork. Don't ask how I know that.
knowing it. Please let me know in the comments what you would do in my situation. Shall I forget about my dad being a cannibal, or shall I contact the FBI? I mean, my dad is currently working as a crematory operator, which means that he might be eating your dead grandpa right now.
You know, I really doubt that. So anyway, that was it. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Okay, but anyway, peace.